The Virtual Boy, a console either loved or absolutely hated. With a library so small you can fit it in one hand, this console never got the attention it deserved. That is until today. Most people write off the games on the Virtual Boy as bad or ugly to look at, but I'm willing to bet none of you have ever played this game before. And if you ever do, I'm willing to bet it'll change how you look at the Virtual Boy. And that game is Hyper Fighting. Hyper Fighting is probably the best two-player game on the Virtual Boy, and probably one of the best games on the console in general. But Candi, you ask, how is it a two-player fighting game when there's no link cable? Hyper Fighting all began when a guy by the name of Benjamin Stevens wanted a port of Street Fighter on the Virtual Boy. Ben, being unable to do the coding and programming needed for such a task, hired someone by the name of Mr. Anon, a person with very impressive programming portfolios. Ben paid out of pocket to make this happen, with the sole intention to have this game for himself as a personal treasure of sorts in his Virtual Boy collection, and then allowing Mr. Anon to do as he pleased with the ROM afterwards. Fast forward some time, and there was a batch of approximately 85 copies of this game going up for sale. Sales were very hush-hush to avoid copyright issues and controversy. It was also supposed to be released eventually with a link cable that would make the two-player versus mode possible. A first in Virtual Boy history. Now, I'm unaware if the link cable project was something that Mr. Anon was doing as well, so I can't comment for certain, but that cable never came out to the small Virtual Boy community. I was originally approached about purchasing this game as a bundle of two, with one cable included, but I passed up since the cable was still not available. To me, spending that much on something I couldn't enjoy two-player mode with seemed a bit pointless, but holy crap, am I kicking myself in the ass for that now. Now, after tracking down a copy that someone was willing to part with, I sold my soul, and finally own a copy in my own collection. I'm borrowing a friend's copy to use in two-player mode for certain parts of this video. The Link Cable project is an ongoing project that started back in 2010 and has started and died many times by many people. Prototypes have been made, but only a user recently made one commercially available to the Virtual Boy community. They go by the name of Mellet123. He uses custom 3D printed pieces with modified cables from existing hardware, along with the wiring schematics available on Planet Virtual Boy's forum wiki. The quality is something you expect from a first-party product. My only criticism is that the cable used is a tad bit stiff, and it would have been nicer to have something a little bit easier in give. That's not really a big complaint though. However, for those of you wondering what this black piece is, this is what marks the first player end of the cable. Hyper Fighting is one of the games that require it in a specific order. Since this is the only way I can capture footage, this is as good as it's gonna get. My phone camera into the lens of the Virtual Boy. So when you start up Hyper Fighting, this is what you get. This is your start screen. Press start. Excuse me. And you're brought to your main menu. You have arcade, you have survival, you have training, you have versus, you have high scores, and options and credits. Let's work our way from the bottom up. So, we'll show you the credits first. I feel it's important for this game. let's go to your options. Now remember to select everything, you hit start, and you can choose your difficulty here. You have easy, normal, and hard. Game speed, you can choose slow, hard, or slow, normal, or fast, or very fast, or turbo. So this is essentially a port of Street Fighter to Turbo. That's why you get that option. And you can choose your brightness, which actually may help this video, and you can choose the music volume. Let's brighten this bitch up. When you're finished, you hit start to commit your choices, and you're brought back to the main menu. Since I have not played this yet, it will show you that nobody has a score. This is your scoreboard, and as you play, you can add on to it. Versus, I'm going to hold off on showing you just yet because I need to get another player to play with me to show you footage. However, I can show you the arcade mode. Sorry guys, I'm still sick. Here we are at the menu where you can select your character. You'll see a lot of familiar faces here. Personally, I like E-Honda. I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked, but once I'm done getting my ass kicked, I'll explain to you guys what the controls are.
You lose. Round 2, fight.
You're just gonna spam that attack, bitch? I can do that too. Oh, she killed me again.
You lose.
But there you go. Just a quick demo of how poor I am at playing this game, and just to give you an idea of what it's like. So as far as the controls for this game go, the L button and the R button are your attacks. L is punch, R is kick. Then your left direction pad moves you about, left and right. Up is your jump, down is your duck. Start is your pause menu. A and B, to my knowledge, do nothing but input cheats. Yes, that's correct. There are cheats. And I believe the right directional pad does nothing, possibly blocking. I'm going to show you how to input the cheats, and on the screen they need to be input on for all but one of them. This is called the precaution screen. And this is what you need to input the codes on. And when you input the codes, all buttons need to be depressed at the same time. If you have done it correctly, you'll hear a giggle. So right now, I'm going to unlock all game modes and extras. So I'm pressing right on both D-pads and pressing select plus A and R. That was the giggle. And we've successfully put the code in. Now, at the main menu, you'll see where survival and training were not able to be selected before. You can select them now. So, as I was saying about those cheats, there are cheats for this game. They were recently, I guess, discovered, you could say. It was asked in the forum if there were any cheats, and there are. So let me get on that right now. If you want to play as Ben, the guy that helped get this project going, you are going to want to input left on the right D-pad plus right on the left D-pad plus select plus A plus R and plus L. Then another one for all of the modes and all of the extras, you want to hit right on both D-pads plus select plus A plus R, and that should give you everything. Now if you want to factory reset your cartridge to all the original settings, you're going to want to hit left on the left D-pad plus select plus B plus R. Also, if you have an option to play 2-player with somebody with another cartridge, or if you have 2 cartridges and a link cable, you can select the stage and speed in 2-player mode as long as you're player 1 and you're on the character select menu. You have to press select plus R plus L. And that's it for the cheats. Here we are at the character select screen. Before, these guys were blacked out. Now you can play them.
Round 1, fight!
So let me add, I said before that I wasn't sure about what the right D-pad did. The right D-pad acts as another attack pad. So up, left, down, and right are all punch and kicks. It is quite confusing when you're playing against the same character, at least when it's all red and black.
You lose!
Here's survival mode.
Round 1, fight! You lose!
What a surprise. Okay, I have my husband here, and we are going to get you guys some 2-player gameplay. So what you're going to do is link up, go to Versus on your main menu, and hit start. Both of you. Unless you both hit start, you'll just sit there in a stalemate. Now you just choose your character and hit start. Once you both select, the game will automatically start.
What does you win mean?
It means you win. And once you're done with your match, it brings you back to the character select screen and you can continue on from there. And this is your 2-player gameplay. Link up, connect, select your characters, and beat the piss out of each other. Well, I hope you enjoyed this special episode of Candi's Classic Game Shrine. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like, a comment, or subscribe if you already haven't. And until next time, guys, take care.